What's up? So, it's been a while since I've done anything in this aspect ratio. I've been doing a lot of work on my Instagram, and that has been growing pretty good, so that's awesome, and I appreciate anybody from here that's gone over there. I post on there pretty much every day. But with that, you don't really get a good explanation. You just like see all the things that I'm doing, but you're not really seeing or getting an explanation of what I've been doing. So this is going to be like a video. I'm just going to kind of break some things down and kind of show some of the things that I've done. Not really doing a whole lot of biking anymore. I've been doing like biking to the rocks so that I can crawl these things, and just haven't really had the time to do training to ride the miles that I used to ride. Still working on bikes here and there, but not nearly as much as I used to, because I don't have the interest in it. So my interest has definitely shifted to these crawlers and the customization of them. So this is the one that I've been working on the most lately, and if you've been following me on the Instagram, you know that. So this was a 3D printed file that I got. Wisco Crawlers, Ethan over there, he found it. It was a 1/18 scale body, and he scaled it down so that it would work visually better with the 1/24th. The idea was, I don't have a 24th in here. The idea at the beginning was to make a car hauler. I believe it's Hobby Plus or somebody, I can't remember, but they have that 6x6, that Arcos or whatever it's called. And I wanted to have one of those, but I wanted to have it be something custom that I built. And I always kind of thought those looked sort of a little bit goofy for some reason, but I wanted to make something a little more realistic. So this was it. So this is the 3D printed body, the 3D printed cab. I have that on there with a bunch of magnets. Made this center strut here. This is the second version of it that I made. This one's made out of metal, so it's a lot more stiff. And then this is the bed. So the bed comes off, and then you have the frame. And this is a 6x6 TRX4M frame that I got off of Amazon. I can link the product under the video if I can figure that out. But it was really easy to get this thing put together. Used basically all the guts from the inside of my what was it? The tarantula. So this was the high trail tarantula, basically from here to here, and then it comes supplied with the center axle, which has the input and output on it. Had an issue with this, that I had to be able to flip around this back gear, and with the stock axles couldn't do it, so I ended up putting this hole in the axle, and worked perfect. So with other axles, aftermarket axles, you have the ability to flip that around, but with the stock TRX4M axles, you can't do that. So I got this. I built these boxes. This box has, I believe, a chain in it. Yeah, so it's got a tow chain in there. And then the other side, up on the magnet there. The other side, I put the wheel wrench, because these wheels like to come undone. So you can see the wheel wrench is in there. Of course, I tip it forward and it falls out. But that way I can take the wheel wrench out when I'm out in the field, and I can get that tightened up back in, and I can just stick that back in there. And these are made out of styrene. I made the hinge, used some of these, they're like straw brushes, used that for the hinge, and used 2 of these little tiny magnets and put a strip of metal across here so that it catches and keeps that up, and that's just enough to make that work. So when I'm starting this up, I plug the battery in. I have to take the bed off, but the bed just hooks under here, and then these struts back here, or whatever, it's like shock tower deals where you can like change your the angles of your shocks. And I have 2 of these. These are the deals that on the SCX24 the wiring kind of gets looped through, so I had 2 of those, so I put those in there, and basically those are the stops. So you put it in here like this, line it up, push it down, it's on. The other thing I put on here was this this strip. So this is like the magnet strip. This is all I have left. And that way, I'm gonna go get a car. I'm gonna go get a truck. Be right back. Okay. So that way, this is the original function of this truck, was to be an SCX24 hauler. The reason I made it 24M or TRX4M is because I wanted to use a waterproof platform so that I could keep these above the water, haul them to crawl, and then put them back on, keep them out of the water. It's just like one of those little mission things I have in my head. And then these little slat deals, slot right into the back of the bed. I got them on the wrong side. And that's just like the, I believe it's the CR18P Arcos. Exactly the same thing, except for this is all homemade. I made the bed out of styrene, all of that. So got that on there. Okay, so got the truck, can haul the truck. Put some bungees on there, it stays on great. Okay, turn this off. The next thing I made was, I'll go get it. I should have got it the first time. Was this, I got, it's a bed, so you can like haul stuff. Got like a cooler in there, a cooler from the Bug. Got some wheels, tires. Got my gas can and stuff. My little chainsaw, and a big old barrel of mead or whatever. So anyway, it has the magnet strips and a little cutout here for this. Just pop it right on, and it's there. And another thing I did was I used this to make the hinge. See all the stuff in there. But this was off the AX24. This is the little cage for the battery. You can see the Axial logo there. This was the hinge off the battery cage thing on the inside of that, and it worked really great for that. And then also, if you want it to actually slap down like a real like military vehicle or whatever, where it like slaps completely down flat, you can take this out the back and then it'll just flop completely down like that. So made that out of lath and all that good stuff. So got some hay bales in there, and you can just stick anything in there. Okay, so that's that one. The next one that I made, let's pop it off again. It's on there really good. Like, it's not going to come off. I've tipped it over with that on there and it doesn't come off. Next one is this. This is the tanker attachment. This is what I had on it to begin with. This is basically just made out of a bicycle water bottle and a water bottle cage. This was a clean canteen, one of these, and I just chopped off the top of it. And then this is a Ford Bronco TRX6M spare tire. This cage was the cage for the clean canteen. What else? Oh, and this, the top part, this is the other part of the battery tray for the AX24. So, and that's just like a little gangway, so like you can crawl up this, the ladder here, and then get up here and do your maintenance or whatever on top. And then I got two big hoses, and like a garden hose here, all glued on. And then this is the trunk from the Beetle, the Playmobil Beetle, Playmobil. And so I took that and I painted it orange. I got some Yup stickers on either side. I just needed to detail it out a little bit, put a little bit of silver for the hinges and stuff. And on the inside, I have a wrench and a hammer and some, this is like stock insert foam for tires. Stick those in there and put that on some of that magnet strip too, so you can just stick it right on there, take it on and off. So yeah, it slides right in there, stays. And then another thing that I used, this is a like an X-Acto knife. Use that for the smokestack. Yeah, it's been a really fun project. Oh, also, I put this driver in there last night. Not sure if he's the right scale. He's a little big. It was a Star Wars action figure. So they're more 18th scale than a 24th scale driver, but he fits in there good. And then something I did with him was in case I changed my mind and I want to take him out, I put him in there with a magnet. So he's just like sandwiched in there between the seat and the steering wheel, but I got a magnet underneath him there and he's just held in with a magnet. I also made the interior. I don't know if you can see the interior, but I made like the seats and all of that out of styrene. I'll put some photos in here to show you the process of building the whole thing. There it is. I'm gonna do a couple more of these like build breakdowns. This one is not done. I probably have like 2 or 3 more back ends I want to do on this. I want to make like a phone gimbal so I can stick a phone in here and I can film trucks behind it or in front of it, just going through obstacles and stuff like that, and then this thing can follow them through, mainly for like trailing stuff, not really rock crawling. I mean, this thing does crawl on rocks. It crawls better than I thought it would. But so that's one of them. I want to make like a mobile command center, so like a big kind of camper sort of thing that goes on here. And another thing is like a bridge, like a mobile bridge, so it'll fold up. I got a mock-up out of cardboard how I think it's going to work. So pull this off. So this is the mobile bridge idea. It's just 4 pieces of cardboard right now, but I don't know if I'm going to have it like flip forward or flip off the back, but basically it'll just extend out and it'll be 4 times the length of the bed, and that should be enough to get me past pretty much any obstacle that we might encounter out on the trail. So, and then I want to do like missions and stuff, and it'll be a whole other video series. It'll probably be on here and on Instagram. So if you want to follow me over on Instagram, it is FTWRC_1824. So that's my Instagram. I want to shout out and thank Ethan at Wisco Crawlers. If you don't follow him, you should definitely follow him on Instagram. Quick video after the video here. I wanted to shout out also Trey at 24 Yep. He has been a pretty big inspiration in all this stuff too, so I'm starting to customize and do stuff. So yeah, just thanks to everybody who has done and like followed me and liked my videos and commented and all that stuff. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I pretty much upload every day on there, do little tidbits here and there, and add to my story and all that, and that goes on my Facebook too. But yeah, so thanks for helping out and doing your thing and appreciating this, and I'm just gonna keep going, keep making stuff. So talk to you later.